Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry I did not post this week, but also at the same time I'm not sorry because this week has been crazy. These last, I'm pretty sure everyone is feeling the same way. This year so far has been a lot for a lot of people, including me, and I just needed to take a break from filming because I didn't have time to film, and I had plans on filming. I posted a poll like a week or so ago asking if anyone wanted to see a video on like how to get back into reading and like a reading 101 type of video, like what a readathon is and how some different places that you could find different prompts for reading and like different things like that, just everything that was in the reading world that you may not know about if you were just gonna read a normal book or whatever. And I was gonna film one of those, which I still will if you are still wanting one of those videos, and plus because I am really into reading lately and it's something that I'm really passionate about, so I figured I would post one of those, even though it is not like house related or anything like that. But I want to like post house stuff, but I also want to post my normal stuff, if that makes sense. I wanted to kind of just update you guys on what's been going on these last couple of weeks and what has been happening basically. There wasn't, for a while, there was not any updates on the house situation. I am still moving into it. Everything is good. We are just, it's just been a lot of slow, like getting all the stuff figured out for me to move into it. But I just haven't had, I haven't been able to do anything with it. But I'm hoping that sometime this week I will have a closing date. That is the plan. I'm hoping so, because all the paperwork will be all in to where it needs to go and everything will be basically finalized. It just needs to, I need to figure out a date to close on a house. So it's kind of like all of that stuff is going on. I'm very excited to post those types of videos when the time is available for me, because obviously nothing is going on. But that's a little update on the house situation. And then this week my mom ended up in the hospital. I thought about doing a video on this whole thing because it's pretty much a huge part of my life. It has been since 2004. My mom has been in and out of the hospital since 2004, and recently it's been for different reasons, but it's all stemmed from this one thing that happened in 2004. And I thought about doing a whole video explaining that, because that is one reason why I haven't moved out, you know, early on than I would have, because of the fact that I've been here helping my mom with things. And just like another reason was, and I'm going to try not to cry, but if you follow me on Instagram you will know that I had to put my cat down on Friday, and it still is a lot for me. I've had her since I was in second grade, and I'm almost 26 now, so she was almost 20 years old, and it's been a lot for me. I can't believe I'm crying again on camera, but it's still a lot for me. Okay, I probably still look like I'm crying, but I promise you I'm not. But yeah, so it's been a lot, so I just don't want to go into that. If you've seen my post, you know what's going on. She was just really old, and it was her time to go. And yeah, so that's the whole thing. But it was a whole situation for me, because if you watch my like paranormal stuff, you know that I have like, I'm very in tune with like the like, what is it called, like spiritual things, and I can like feel people's energy and things. And my mom was even telling me that she feels like she was waiting on me to be okay after my other animal passed away a couple of years ago, right before I got Piper. I had a little dog named Minnie. She's been in a few of my videos. She was a little black and white Chihuahua. She was the cutest, sassiest thing ever. And I had her basically a year after I got my cat. So both of them were like my childhood animals. And she kind of just was waiting on me because she's been kind of slowing down the last couple of years, but it hasn't been really, really prominent since the last couple of weeks. And she, what was I going to say? So she was kind of just waiting on me to be happier and be connected with another animal that I can move on with in my life, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just one of those things. If you don't understand the spiritual realm of things, then you wouldn't understand that. But that's another thing. But anyways, so yes, so that was what has been happening in my life the last couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that this next week we'll get some more answers to the house and all of that stuff. I also, another reason why is I was really excited to she kind of went a little bit blind the last couple of years, and I know I'm like still talking about it, but I think I had a little cry sesh just a second ago, just a 5-minute one. We're all good. She has gone blind throughout her life a little bit, and she'll run into things, but she still knew where she was. Like, she knew where her litter box was, she knew where everything was, and I was afraid to, I didn't want to move out and then her be in the house by herself, which obviously she wouldn't be completely by herself, but she stays kind of upstairs because of my mom's dog. And I didn't want her to just be left here by herself. And so I was wanting to move her, but I was also scared to move her because of her being blind and her not knowing the whole, having to learn a whole entire new house and all of that stuff. So it was a whole situation, but I'm happy but also sad at what, the circumstances, but it also was the best circumstances for the situation that we were in. But anyways, I don't know if that sounds like weird, but also there was some signs that showed that it was her time to go. It wasn't like, I'm not the type of person that will put an animal down if they aren't ready, and it was her time. So anyways, I also wanted to talk about a few things that I have been doing these last couple of weeks to just give me something fun to do throughout, in between like work and stuff, like little hobbies and things like that. I finished watching this show called So Weird that's on Disney Plus. It was one of the very first Disney Channel shows, and it has the guy, I think his name is Eric Van Deeten or something like that, I don't know. But he played on Brink, the skateboarding show on Disney Plus or Disney Channel, and he was in it. And it's like, if you like ghosts and paranormal stuff, the main girl, Fiona, she has a blog that's all about paranormal stuff, and her mom is like a musician, and they go on the road and she finds out all these weird things and stuff. It's a really good show. It's only 3 seasons and they're super quick and easy to watch. But I finished that earlier this year, and then I started watching, I finished That's So Raven finally, and I did not like the ending. It was awful. Like, they abruptly ended it and didn't give us an explanation or anything. Like, I know that they give us an explanation about why Corey goes to Washington and when they first start Corey in the house, but also, why isn't Corey in the house on Disney Plus yet? Like, okay, anyways, that's besides the point. Another thing that I did was, going along with that, I just started watching Even Stevens. And I watched that as a kid, but I watched it kind of out of order and never fully watched it all the way through. And I don't even remember if I've seen the movie. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but don't think I've seen it all the way through. So that's one thing that I really want to watch once I'm done watching the show. I'm on the last few episodes of the show. I'm on season 3, and that's something fun that I've been watching. Also, another fun show is watching The Masked Dancer. It's based off of The Masked Singer, but I never watched The Masked Singer. I watched like bits and pieces of it, but The Masked Dancer I am like obsessed with, and I think it's also because Ashley Tisdale is one of the judges and she's one of my favorite people, so there's that. But yeah, that, but then there's a show that comes on right after The Masked Dancer that's called Name That Tune, and when my mom was in the hospital this past week, me and my dad randomly started watching it, and we went back and found the first episode from last week and started and like watched that episode too, and we had so much fun trying to guess the songs, and we just had a grand old time. It was so much fun, and so I'm really excited to watch that on Wednesday. And also Riverdale season 5 starts on Wednesday, so that's gonna be really fun. And I'm trying to think of what else I have been watching. I know The Good Doctor comes on Mondays. I've been watching Teen Mom, and oh, another one, I know this is like kind of like a kids show, but like it's a really good show. I would highly recommend it. But there's a new show that started on Disney Channel that's called Secrets of Sulphur Springs, and it's kind of like a like more cleaner version of Stranger Things, and they like go back in time, and it's like a weird thing with like the parents and stuff. It's really interesting. I would highly recommend looking up the trailer and watching it. And what was so weird is that it played on Disney Channel on the like regular TV, but it was an hour-long episode and there was no commercials. I felt like I was watching it on like Netflix or something. It was so weird. But yeah, so that is what I've been watching lately. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, I did not realize that my mom got me this for Christmas. It came in late, and if you watch Alicia's sister Ashley Nicole's channel, she talked about this mug. This is a Ember mug, and they're kind of pricey, but let me tell you why they are pricey. This mug, I didn't expect, I put it on my wish list thinking no one was going to get it for me and I would get it sometime. But I always complain about me drinking my coffee and having to put it in a to-go mug, because like a to-go cup with a top on it, because that's the only way it'll stay hot long enough for me to drink it. And this mug has a heated, you can see the red on it because it's dying, but they also have to-go cup versions of this, but I wanted it in the white mug because it just looks so pretty. But basically you charge it on this little stand, and it heats up your coffee and keeps your coffee, hot tea, hot chocolate, whatever, it keeps it like steaming hot for like hours. So you can take your time on drinking it and it won't go cold, and you don't have to keep sticking it back in the microwave or whatever. And it's amazing. I would highly recommend it. I will link it down below. It is amazing. Yes, it's like changed my life. I've used it 3 times now since I've gotten it, because I just recently got it a couple of days ago. And yes, it has changed my game of drinking coffee. Like, my coffee is like stays steaming hot. It is like incredible. But that's one thing that's really exciting that I've recently got. And also another thing that I wanted to show you in just a few minutes after I'm done talking about this other thing. But I finished reading The Magpie Society, and this book is like incredible. If you were wanting a young adult mystery novel that's like boarding school, like a girl from America goes to a British boarding school, and then like this girl disappeared, or she like died, and they're trying to figure out like what happened with it, and there's like this secret society. It is really, really good. I read it in 1 week. I read it last week, and it is very, very good. And there's also a second part and a third part. The second part is coming out sometime this year, and then the third part I'm assuming is coming out the year after. It's by Zoe Sugg and Amy McCulloch. Zoe is a YouTuber. She has done Girl Online series and many other things, but this book is incredible and I would highly recommend it. Yeah, I'm gonna go show you one more thing and then I will say goodbye for now. Okay, so we are in my bathroom now. If you don't know what this is what you call a skin fridge. It is kind of loud. It has like a little buzzing noise on it, but it's a pretty good, amazing product. Basically, you just open it and you turn it on, you plug it in, and you turn it on in the back. And then I put all of my skin stuff in here, so it keeps all of my moisturizers and cleansers and masks for my face all cold, so that it, like, I don't know how, it's like supposed to help your skin better or something. I'm not really sure exactly what it does, but it's a really cool product. I've had this on my wish list for like over a year or so. I've been wanting one for a really long time, and I finally got one for Christmas. But it came in later than normal, than like when we were doing Christmas. But I have like all of my stuff. It's like freezing cold, and it feels so good on your face when you put it on. And so yeah, I have all my face masks in this little pouch thing, and then all my other stuff in here. But yes, I am obsessed with it. I got it off of Amazon. I will link this also down below. So yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.